sure you hit lower areas like the knees and things like that. Because if you hit somebody on the thigh, put that down like this. Hit somebody here, it's not going to hurt them near as much as you hit them there across the knee. So this isn't going to do a hell of a lot of good. That will put the body into it.
Okay. Didn't want to break it.
Probably won't, but you probably done it.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get more. Next month.
Something.
That was probably the cap.
There was no cap. Oh yeah, it must have been. Okay, so I grabbed it backwards.
Did the cap throw?
Yep.
It's a simple move that people find it so damn hard to do for whatever reason that I don't understand.
Don't wind up.
There's what?
Don't wind up.
I'll wind up.
Nobody is used to just throwing something from where it is.
Right.
So get ready, wind up,
Right.
take as hard as you can.
And it's totally unnecessary. Little lower, right on the base, right on the curve of the base, right at the knee level.
I'm gonna try and sort that out.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We're gonna wreck these things.
Yeah, you're not. They'll just bend. And if you break them, like I said, I'll get one.
What are they made of?
PVC.
Well, it's just normally like PVC doesn't feel like it's as flexy as this.
Could probably just get another piece of PVC and stuff it in there.
Yep, just then PVC.
Oh, you got a nice dent in it. Huh?
Leave it to Michael, he can straighten out those dents.
No, I can't. The other way too. That's kind of interesting. Go.
Other side. Oh, swinging like this instead of up.
Yeah.
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 Just depends on where you're standing.
Yep.
So Bob's got a good block here though. You gotta be a little tighter.
Well, yes, when somebody's got their arms up, you gotta know where you're hitting.
But the benefit of a stick, if you nail someone in the forearm, that's also good. They are not going to like that.
The whole point is you got better reach.
Right.
Got to quit going in so close and making it harder for myself.
Right.
My legs feel weird with long pants on.
Yeah, they do.
Legs feel weird with long pants on.
Okay.
I like it though.
Wearing shorts all summer. Well, since early spring. But yeah, if you're facing off somebody, left hand side. on the knee.
Mhm.
Right? Once again, don't hit the thigh. You can hit the shins if you got a hard stick. Hit them down. Stick and that, the gun. You know, if they got a stick and they don't worry about the damn stick. I had my hand. If you really want to hurt them, get it on the hand. Drop the stick.
But you can consider, it's like, if they are using something like this, that's considered a deadly weapon.
Of course it is.
So you can respond in kind if you want.
Now, if you pick up just a fallen limb out of the yard, your quality may or may not be there.
Yeah. You might have
You might go and it break right across it and not ever hurt.
Keep on going.
So now you have
Worth a shot.
Now you have a stabbing implement rather
But
than a stick.
If it feels rotten, you know, this is something that you're gonna have to determine within a few fractions of a second. Stabbing into them, they'll solve the way it goes.
Let them rot to death.
So there's a point to going before you
What?
just to go, see if it goes and just falls apart.
Okay.
Now you got a little stick. You know, if all that remains is a little piece of stick, that's actually pretty scary.
You are.
Getting stabbed with a
Dirty stick.
dirty stick. Yeah, that's
Molded, dying stick.
You got those, of course. These, on the other hand, what you got with these is whipping.
Yep.
You can hit Bob in the back of the head with that. You can see that comes all the way around. You see that over here.
yeah. Oh,
You know, you just gotta get closer and
That's what'll
closer.
happen.
yeah.
You're gonna get his attention.
Yeah. And then if you're in the South, then that's also psychological warfare.
Yeah, your mama made you get one of these.
Yeah, so
in your life.
You see that
They're drying up pretty bad.
you see them get grab one of those. It makes everybody feel scary. Yeah.
Legit, mom's pissed.
And you got this. That shocked me.
Now, of course, these aren't flexible,
No.
but you have weight and distance.
Yep.
That's what you have on the shoulder stick.
Yep.
Walking stick.
This one's a heavy thing.
Bill Ullman gave me that after I gave him a nice cane with his name on it.
That took work. I don't know if he did the work.
Yeah, he shaved the twigs off of it.
Yeah. And he lacquered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lacquered it and she beveled the top and bottom. I always found it interesting when it's like it clearly has a bark texture, but that's another thing. You hold it like this, just basically use it like a rifle. If you're gonna pick a ready position that was a little bit less aggressive, then that right in the face is a very good opener. Hard to see. But yeah, just putting it right in their eyes is also a good one.
Or in their cheek.
Yeah. But that's, I'm just saying, like, you point it at, that makes it it's harder for them to see when you're gonna do that.
I mean, you're gonna go wrong when if you hit the face with the end of that thing.
Pool cue technique.
Well, again, you know, if you've got a longer, stiffer stick than the short ones or the longer things, right? You know, use it at its full distance.
Yeah.
You know, keep them away from you. You know, these are seen, you can see these coming, you know, because they're traveling from Georgia. You can see them coming. This, on the other hand, you can't see it coming as well. So, short stick, long stick, either one. See what I mean? You can see that coming from a mile away, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, this is harder
It's harder to block too.
to see it coming.
Well, if you're gonna block with a stick, don't do it like this. Yeah.
It's going to be the way to do it.
If you know the other person has one, then you wanna get it, it's like you can block with this in the middle here, or with the end. It's a lot, as you said, it's a lot harder when you're holding it like a sword.
For me, I'm not gonna worry about their stick.
Right.
Yeah.
Going to worry about their hands.
Right.
That's why if he's in a ready position, ready to attack me with that stick, go ahead, in ready position.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go boom on the stick and then smack onto his hand.
Yep.
And then once I clear that, I'm gonna break a rib. Hands are the thing that holds the implement. The only time that I ever held a fencing foil, he said I did it wrong, but he dropped his and I didn't drop mine.
Right.
I went,
Yeah.
on his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Well, what's the hand?
Which is why
It's got a big old cut guard on it.
yeah, well,
But I got around it and pat right on, you know.
it has a cup guard, but it doesn't have the full guard like a saber does. Which is why the actual ones did have that.
Now, even with a saber, that covers your whole hand.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not gonna worry about the blade. I'm
Right.
gonna get him on the wrist, on the
Yeah.
elbow.
Whatever's higher than the guard, yeah.
Yeah. And unless he's in full fencing garb, then that's not gonna stop. Then
Again, that's not.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about fencers per se. I'm
Right.
talking about street fighting.
I know, that's what I'm saying, is I'm just saying is like if it was back in the day, they had that's why they had things against that.
Right.
They wore the big thick leather gloves, they had the bracer, they had all that stuff.
So the chances of you having a sword fight with somebody is pretty dim. It's probably not gonna happen.
Extremely rare.
Well, if somebody does whip out their fencing saber, then that's more of a conversation starter than a fight. Yeah.
But the apocalypse has happened, we finally ran out of bullets, and this is what you gotta deal with. So am I gonna worry about this thing out here? Probably not.
He'll beat you in the sword fight.
I'm gonna hit and then break his freaking wrist. I'm gonna get rid of this, boom, and hit that on the return. If I see him bringing it up, that's what I'm gonna go for first. Keep him from bringing it to me. Did I do that?
Yes. That's not what you did. You hit it with follow through.
I didn't feel anything.
Knock that out of the way. Boom, boom.
Mhm.
Boom, boom.
I like the song you can make. And that change the beat, there you go.
Yeah.
Not just the simple.
You can do it from the inside. He brings it to bear.
Yes.
Boom.
Nice.
Hey, Drew. Throw it out.
Stab her in here.
You went for that.
He's
Good job.
You had the superior weapon.
I'm giving it to you.
Oh,
It's like, that's-
that was a bad move. Why would you give it to somebody?
You got a stick, big
I'll
stick.
keep that in mind next. If
You got
like,
stick.
Any kind of stick.
As for a sword, I'll just smack you in the head. That's.
That's the way to do it. If you got a stick. So we're just going through a few things. What I want you guys to keep in mind is to keep it JKD. We're not doing Kali, we're not doing our niece, we're not doing stick fighting. We're hitting people. That's all we're doing. Hitting people with a stick.
Just saying it's stick hitting rather than stick fighting.
You know, I'm not going to bother hitting your damn stick. I don't want to engage with your stick. I want to knock your hand off of it.
Yeah, you broke it.
It's got a little
Yeah, I'll
short-
beat the hell out of Bob with that one. Get a little dry. It's still pretty flexy, it's just a little drier. But we were just talking about
Trey's looking like a proper jockey, despite his height.
seeing this coming at you as opposed to this. This is easy to duck. This is easy to duck. Not so much.
Yeah.
That's not ducking. That's absorbing. So, work on some bobs on that. Whoever dressed the warmest, and there's a bob outside.
I'll warm up quick.
Should I open the door? That thing's got heater on it.
If you think about that, got that would mess you up.
Didn't yell with that in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Just that.
You know what? Your first one would, you wouldn't even need to do that. Once you're here, you're probably going like this and then
Yeah.
bring it up.
I was just thinking of the thrust to the face
Yeah,
like
if you can
that.
get that, I don't know how bad that would be. If you
Joe
got
did
an
it
eyeball with that thing,
Joe did it with a sword, a wooden sword to somebody on accident once.
if you put that one in the eyeball, you're dealing with, yeah, close to maybe even,
Yeah.
need some serious eye damage.
Yep. Yeah, Joe was they were doing a sort of a dumb sword technique if you're gonna work with people who haven't learned it before. But yeah,
Were they training to fight or just training to,
it was at Dell's weapon camp.
oh, okay, yes,
So-
fine.
Yeah, so but it was you start with it crossed and then it was just to go in and turn it was here.
Yeah,
It was to go turn your whole body. It was like this. And then it was to go
smack in, yeah,
like that.
just like Joe was basically saying.
Yeah, except Joe went too far. And it stabbed him in the eye with the end of the sword.
Who do you get?
It was Jim, his normal partner.
Of all people, that's at least
Yeah.
one of the better ones. If he
Yeah.
did a deal, that'd
But
be-
he did, he scratched his
Cornea.
cornea. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
The technique.
But the majority of the blood was from here, I think, where the point of the sword went up.
Oh, yeah, anywhere around your
Yeah.
eyeball, yeah,
Yeah.
head. Good bleeding.
Well, you know it's good when it's dripping onto the floor as they walk him to the bathroom. Yeah, there's drips on as they went by.
That's Tim's fault. I say, Tim, come clean that up or you're gonna drip blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Stop bleeding.
Yeah, it's interesting. I tend to find that a lot of the European ways of doing stuff didn't get romanticized for some reason. You think about that? Kung Fu allowed itself to be romanticized to the point where it wasn't about effectiveness anymore. It was about how it made you feel. So that's why you like doing all these cool spinny flipies and things like that. It's like you see the old forms and they're very stuff.
Yeah.
And then like you think comparatively that like quarterstaff is much more bam. It's much less. We're just talking about how it's interesting like that the European forms of using this stuff did not get romanticized with all these flourishes that Kung Fu did, and getting lost in all these really intricate spinning
Right.
things, and it's like quarterstaff is hot, bam.
Well,
And it has some complicated stuff, but it was stuff more like you were talking about, where it's like I moved to the side and that shit rest. It's not. It's very whack. It's
Right.
not.
right,
Stuff.
and Asian infantry worked different than European infantry.
Right.
They did still have infantry, they did still work in unison,
Mhm.
but just in a different way.
Right. Maybe a little bit further apart from each
You
other.
know, Kung Fu, a lot of stuff was developed just to develop it.
Right.
Without,
Just have
without
fun.
thought of, is this going to work?
Right, forms rather than.
Yeah.
Go put the hatchet in his head.
Right, right, exactly.
Right. And so that's why I think it's interesting. Is like it's like with the European stuff, they never got lost in that.
Right.
They never did that really. It's just all of their stuff was to work with a partner. There isn't a European broadsword form where you're just standing around and swinging it at pretend things.
I don't know if there is or not.
You're usually
I've
working.
I've never studied those things, so.
You're working with something, or just practicing your cuts, but you're not going which and coming out here and all that stuff.
Well, it wasn't until the late 1800s that the cane was recognized as a weapon,
Right.
you know, and other than in polite society.
Right.
You said late 1800s?
It's when Barti-jitsu was developed. Our guy, Barti-jitsu. Barti-jitsu. Anyway,
Yeah.
the guy went to Japan, was an English fellow, went to Japan, studied jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Came back to England and applied that using a walking stick.
Alright.
It's the art. He called it. He knew he had to modify it in order for the masses to accept it. So it's like the art of gentlemanly fighting.
And it was a commercial failure in his day,
Mhm.
but 1960s and 70s, people started picking it up again. The guy was long
Yeah.
dead by then. But
I've seen some YouTube videos of classes that still teach it. Like that's where you'll see sometimes in like I like it sort of looks like the way that they do some open hand stuff, but what they do is they hold their hands like the classical boxers. Yeah, with the upside down hands.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Not here. People kind of learned that doesn't
Marcus
work.
of Queensberry rules.
Yes. Yeah. People learned that the
You know, our UFC would be booed out of existence, you know, for those rules.
Well, yeah.
Because there was a gentlemanly.
Yes. Okay. It's about scoring touches rather than destroying
Well,
their
that's
face.
why they could do that bare knuckled.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, because it's no fun if somebody just goes bam and there you go. It's more about just I kind of bat you for a while.
Gentleman Jim Corbett.
Yeah. Yeah, they quickly learned that that's not as good.
Didn't quickly learn it. It took them 100 years to learn it.
But they got it. I'm saying when it happened, it transitioned pretty quickly because whoever started doing it the modern way started annihilating people. And so they're like, well, we got to fix that. Can't be getting our
Fix him.
yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like we can't be letting ourselves get beat all around the ring. We got to change that.
Well, Hurry and Ja flipped a bunch of Europeans in the
Mhm.
tournament.
Was that tournament really about is Chinese stuff better than European stuff?
It was there at that tournament.
No, I meant like wasn't that the point of it? Like we're gonna get together and we're gonna show you that European stuff's better than you.
For that tournament, that's what was approved. They had a European wrestler, swordsman,
A pole arm guy,
and a polearm.
and then
And
they
Hurry and Ja whooped them all.
yeah it doesn't and then they always have to for the movie then they pull the Japanese guy in there for some reason.
That was later.
Yeah.
That was later. That was during the occupation of Japan and Singapore.
Right. But like in
During
the
the
movie,
Boxer Rebellion.
they had that be all the same fight.
No, they didn't. It was a completely different tournament. He beat the 3 Europeans, and then later he beat the Japanese guy.
Well, not.
Yeah, in Fearless, yeah. Watched it 100 times.
Well, it could be the same place, but
It was in the same place.
Well, they
Same
had he
tournament.
fought those 3 guys, then he was poisoned, and then he fought the Japanese guy and died during that fight.
No. Watch it again. Got it all wrong. He fought those 3 guys and beat them.
Yeah.
Several days later, the Japanese guy challenged him. And it was the politician who poisoned him, not the fighter.
Right.
It was the fighter who wanted to kill the politician.
And I was saying, did a Japanese guy actually challenge him?
Yes.
Okay.
A samurai.
Yeah.
and not on behalf of the English.
No, it was during the Japanese
Yeah.
occupation. It was on behalf of the Japanese.
I mean, I can see that happening too. That we could have been able to pick our preferred Asian and have him be instead.
You know, he was very healthy, fought the European tournament, fought the Japanese guy. During the middle of that, he got sick. So the only explanation was poison.
Well, and they proved it was poison by exhuming him.
Many years later.
Yeah.
I mean, like only about 10 years ago. They
They exhumed him, and his bones were orange,
Yeah.
that's a cyanide poisoning. Bastards. Yep. That's the sort of thing where you think you're gonna have a really fun time as a forensic historian. It's like, ooh, we're gonna try to solve this mystery. Might not be able to do it. Then just open it and go, well, yeah. It's like there we go. It's like I don't have to do anything. It's
This
just,
was some really tasty almond tarts or something.
It was in his tea.
Almond tea.
yeah.
This tastes like amaretto.
They made it a bit more dramatic in the movie. I bet you that cyanide poisoning doesn't make you cough like black goo.
Black bile.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know.
I don't know.
In the movies, it always has people just get all foamy at the mouth. Yeah. Yeah.
If the tea was spiked with cyanide, and he's right, it smells like, it tastes like almonds.
Oh, okay.
All he would have had to do is actually swallow a little bit of it.
Yeah.
This tastes like shit.
Interesting.
Well, unless it's supposed to be almond tea. Yeah. Which is not normally in tea. Yeah.
Not in China, anyway. Green and oolong, the favorites. Don't do that. Don't throw your stick away. Exactly.
So he needed to learn the same lesson that Mad-Eye Moody taught. Never drink anything in the presence of your enemies. That wasn't on your person the entire time. Yeah. It's like, nope. There are people here who would very much enjoy having you lose. So it's like, even if it wasn't to kill you, it could just make you dizzy or something and make you lose.
That particular incident sparked the Boxer Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
And they passed the Japanese out of Singapore.
Yeah, so that was
Years to do.
that was a dumb move on their part.
Take one of their heroes and
Did he really? Did he fight the guy with the 3 sections? Or
I don't know what's there.
Well, I would assume somebody wrote down how the fight went.
Well, I imagine they're sword against sword.
Yeah, that'd make more sense. Well, because the thing I would think is that 3-section staff, I would think would beat the hell out of that samurai sword. It would ruin it.
You've got the length. You've got the bendability of the thing.
Yeah, I would just think it's like, if I was a samurai and I was going to fight somebody for that, I mean, was it a fight to the death, or was it like, yeah. So it's like, well, you're gonna ruin my weapon here with yours. So like, what the rules are. If the samurai
Tournaments, just like in your tournament swords, are different than mine.
they're tough. Yeah.
You don't have sharp.
It's sort of a did you score a point? Would you have really hurt him?
With the kung fu sword, the Tai Chi sword.
Yeah.
No, he was slapping
Yeah,
that one swordsmaster.
yeah.
I mean, because of the flexibility of the thing, he was leaving a long welt on his face.
I always think it's funny that in those movies they have to do stuff that is that makes
Not so traditional. Not so traditional. No. JKD applications.
I'm sticking on this one.
As soon as he sees you standing like that, he's gonna be backing the fuck up, or he's gonna pocket for his gun.
I always find like with those that they tend to try to have the guy do things that are superhuman in order to show off his awesomeness when really that it's not necessary. Like where like he did that thing where he like if like what happened against the fencer happened, anybody would go that was just blind luck. It's like where he went and stabbed through the guy's handguard and then was able to disarm him with it. It's like any martial artist would go, how the hell? It's like I mean that was cool, but I didn't do that on purpose. Nobody is that good.
It depends on how they make it. The sword of 9 rings. It has 9 rings on it, so that you can hear your technique.
Yes.
Everything's supposed to sound solid.
Yeah, I was assuming that's what it was.
But there were swordsmen good enough to insert their blade into those rings and break them off.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
There are, you can get that good.
I mean, in the way that he did it, like going, he went all twisty sideways on the door.
That's just his style.
Yeah.
You know, I watch the American Ninja Warriors now, and they've got 15 and 16-year-olds on there just doing amazing shit.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, I told people I was doing this shit back when they didn't believe me.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely the age to do it.
Well, right. Yeah, you actually got an advantage at that age.
You don't have a whole lot of weight. You
Yeah,
have
you're-
no fear.
No
Like
fear.
it ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That'd still be pretty flexible.
Mhm.
Your bones will bend rather than break.
Yep.
A lot easier.
Yep.
That's a good time to do
Mhm.
shit like that.
And those kids are just, man, I'm just really impressed.
I still think they need to fight somebody at the end. Can't be a ninja warrior if you're just climbing stuff.
You're not worried.
I've said they should do a special version of it where you actually have to assassinate people. It's like where during the course, like, okay, you gotta climb up the wall sideways, but there's a guy walking back and forth up there pretending to guard something. And so you have to like climb over him and then like jump on him. And it's like
Sharpie, slit his throat.
Yeah.
Sharpie or something.
yeah, jump on him. It's like, okay, I win. Okay, next guy. And like, if you take out all 3 targets without them seeing you or something.
Start YouTube and Michael will start filming out.
Oh, yeah. It's like, but you have to call it something else.
Well,
They've
sure.
taken ninja. Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of other terms.
Yeah, we can put the real whatever.
Yeah.
So did you guys want to plan another camp out? And not down there though?
Not down there? Yeah. Well, sure. Do you wanna, like, for winter or fall?
No, it'll be spring.
Oh, you don't wanna do it in fall?
Yeah, you gotta plan. Well, it's already gonna get cool. I think by the time we got everything organized, it would be mid-November. That's not a good time for camping.
It's gotta be warm.
Well, not as warm. Jesus, it was hot and windy out there.
Well, yeah, we got blown away. I was dead sure that my tent would have lifted off if it hadn't been staked down. I got woken up and just the whole world was just going.
Yeah.
I thought a tornado was crushing.
It was a windy
blowing
night.
through.
Yeah, it was
And then, you know, wore a hole in mine after
Yep.
it came down.
And you went and slept in your car. Yeah. At least that's quieter.
It was quieter.
And you're used to sleeping in the chair anyway.
Yeah.
Usually recline back.
Yeah, that's what I did. But, you know, camping out at a lake still costs us money. You know,
What lake was this?
We went to Flutterby Ranch. It wasn't a
How
lake.
much was it?
$50. I mean, that's what you charge me.
We could,
Where's the nearest one that isn't that? Cheney?
We've got Afton, we got Cheney,
El Dorado.
El Dorado, there's
Hey.
Winfield, City Lake,
Mhm.
Wellington has a lake.
Yeah.
Lakes all over.
I've been to Winfield a long time.
But they charge you for camping,
Yeah.
no matter.
I'm just more familiar with the lakes, more.
I mean, we could camp on the famous property.
You ain't got a lake.
We have a pond.
You have a pond, you have woods.
Yeah, oh yeah, we have woods.
You say that like.
Poison ivy too.
Poison ivy every fucking in this state.
But yeah, we got
Make sure we bring the grappling hooks
trees, a pond.
for the challenge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, the pond is kind of dry at the moment, but it's dry everywhere, so.
So was Flutterby at this time last year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so.
We had 3 or 4 big rains and of course they've got runoff going into theirs.
So, but, yeah. Camp out there.
Need to fix my tent.
But it'd be free. We've got plenty of firewood out there.
Good places to park. Let's talk about maybe March or April.
Yeah.
Okay. When it's still cool.
Mhm.
Something that sounds interesting to you, Ferris? You want to go out on a camping trip with us for a night?
March, April, spring break time would be good, but more time.
I don't know when that is.
Spring break is in March.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when ours is due.
Usually mid to late
Basically,
March.
just don't do it during spring break week.
Right.
That's easy.
So April is usually safe.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about April.
Yeah.
May got hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nearly 90 degrees that day.
You guys burned.
Is that when we did it? Was May?
Really.
May of last year?
Later.
Well, it was this year.
This
It
year.
was this year. Okay, it hasn't been that long.
No, it just sometimes.
I just
feels
remember
that
it
way.
being kind of cool. So at night.
At night it was so right. But
Yeah.
yeah, during the day it was.
Well, Easter falls in there in April.
Yeah, but that's like what? Easter
Sunday.
I
It's
mean,
on the
yeah,
ninth.
I mean, it's the ninth, so it's, we could do like mid-April. It should still be nice. You know. That's, this is all, depending on whether or not Vlad keeps his sanity or not, so.
Well, but I mean,
Who
if
keeps their sanity?
Vladimir.
Oh.
But if
You know, he knows he's going to die if he does any stupid ass.
Hey!
So.
So the grass is, the cement is lava?
No, the rug was lava.
You had to skip in there.
So,
Yeah, if any actions of.
So, do you have anybody's birthday in April? Mid-April?
Affects a camping trip, we've got bigger things to worry about.
Any animal
Yeah.
birthdays or bar mitzvahs? Or
None yet.
any kind of,
We'll see if they have to come up.
moils coming up or anything?
Today I do have to leave around 10:30 at the latest, because it's our open house and I'm taking my family.
Cutting
Not my
dead
work.
skin.
Dick skin.
I think that's a brisk.
That's the party.
Did you bring them?
Spring break for me is
Huh?
that
The stick?
still
Is that yours?
no,
The week
well,
of
it's one of the ones that I brought a long time ago
basically
for our camp out.
the 10th to the 117th
Of April?
Cool.
You can
March.
play with my stick.
Of March.
10 and 17, so
No,
late March.
It's not like you can hang on to that.
So, okay,
First of March, late March,
late March would work.
after the 17th.
We can say, we can do the 25th of March. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Demonstration or what do we do?
Camp out.
So what is, it's
Camp out.
Last time
Bingo
we,
game.
You know, in March, these people gonna be complaining it's too cold at night time.
So-
You know, we went in
Better
the
than too
second
hot.
week of June, of May, and it was fucking 80 or 90 degrees the day we were
So
out there.
what-
and we all got barbecued, so we make sure we don't do that again.
It was hot.
Yeah.
What, so it's a Saturday?
25th is.
March 25th, okay. Like I said, if it's a Saturday, I shouldn't have any con.
See, St. Patrick's Day is the 17th, which is Friday, but I know everybody's gonna go, yeah, I can't go to St. Patrick's Day.
I don't care.
Green beer time. So I would like for you guys, particularly all the instructors, to go on this and have some fun
Right.
and not cheat like Trey did. During the ninja game, cheat.
What did you bring?
Just
a
ran
generator
across
or
the
something?
property and didn't
No,
engage
he
with
didn't,
anybody.
he didn't involve himself in the ninja game.
I tried to engage.
By going the opposite direction.
Wrong way.
Well, okay, so when two people go in
Exactly.
first,
Yeah.
when two people go in first into the woods first, and it's dark, I'm like, I'm not gonna just run in there, guns blazing.
2-hour time limit.
Sometimes you gotta just strap up and go Rambo.
He went,
And you die occasionally.
he went the
Just
other
reboot,
direction
press the button.
so far away, because the forest is in a giant ring. So it's like we went on this side of the ring and he went on the complete opposite side of the ring and then kind of was going towards that direction. But you're going slow enough that you never got to us
Right, I tried to circle.
in 2 hours.
You know, when you're out
Yeah.
there, it's quiet. You think that you're making so much.
Yeah, it's a
freaking
lot of noise. Yeah.
They couldn't hear a damn thing.
No, they're in the middle of the woods.
Well,
listening
if you're a quarter of a mile away, I'm not gonna hear anything.
But I felt like I was.
I tried. Okay, so here's what will really set it off
Who's
is
the true winner of the
I-
video game?
no, because I got a kill and
Yeah,
he didn't.
he
Right.
killed somebody, so nobody found it.
It wasn't a nobody find you game because then you just go in the woods and not move.
and just, bury yourself.
Yeah.
Click the hour and a half.
Right. So I tried to set a trap for him when I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I pulled up a really loud aggressive rock song on my phone and then had it start playing and left it over there somewhere.
I couldn't hear it and I was at camp.
Right. And so the idea was, it's like, well, in the dead silence, maybe it's like you can hear it within a little ways. And so it's like, I was at least it'll bring somebody to my area if they're within a certain range, but nope.
You're trying to summon a demon. Something's gonna come steal your phone.
No, I was sitting at the campsite singing and nobody heard me. So, and I sing terribly.
You were just waiting, trying to lure him in like.
Oh no, I
wasn't
wasn't
in it.
participating. I was a judge.
Alright.
So now I know.
And all I had was a spoon.
I'll be
Just sitting in your chair
You
with
killed
your,
Levi with the plastic.
with your
spoon.
paint pellet gun, just waiting to pull everybody in.
I had a plastic spoon and I broke the spoon right off, so I had to flip it around.
Mirrors in the trees where they didn't know, so you could see him come up behind. Here you go.
Levi not come on Saturdays anymore?
Huh?
Levi not come on Saturdays anymore?
He's doing some karate classes also. So.
Oh, really?
You're Brazilian.
And he usually doesn't come this early.
This is only for you guys.
But yeah, he generally comes during the week.
He's doing karate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't help himself. He has to be like Cobra Kai. I would just think that would be confusing.
It is, and you can see it in him.
Yep. It's sort of like if you're trying to learn trigonometry and calculus simultaneously. That'd be really hard.
You learn one style, then you come and learn a different style.
Yeah.
You have to totally readjust is what you have to do.
Exactly.
So it'd be confusing to me if I was
And
trying to do
it's
that.
very hard to compartmentalize that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's why what I find with Jeet Kune Do is like once you've decided that what you're going to do is Jeet Kune Do, then it's not hard to mess with other styles because literally all you're doing is looking for stuff to steal. Looking for stuff to steal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like if I go and practice,
Condom in his wallet.
if I go and take a class somewhere, it's like all I'm doing is looking for stuff to steal. I'm not trying to make myself into them. I'm there as it's almost like anthropology or something. I'm just watching to take things. I'm not there to.
And I don't care if a person cross trains. It doesn't bother me.
It's just if you explain that that's going to be difficult.
It's just confusing.
It's like remember who was it? Who was it? Who he was there at my first Black Sash test. He was taking Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, and karate simultaneously.
Yes. Wow.
He didn't last long.
That's not necessarily true, but he
He don't last long here.
didn't. Yeah. I remember his name. He was about
He's Asian,
Yeah.
black hair.
Yeah. What was his name?
No station tip like here.
Pretty easy guess.
Was that the guy that was married to the real pretty white girl?
No, different Asian before him.
Yeah.
There's on the website.
There's
Hold on,
video
hold on.
of
Okay.
him. Yeah.
We got pictures years ago. Let me show you.
But yeah, I remember he was taking, like for me, what I thought is to take Jeet Kune Do and Wing Chun from somebody else and actually doing a classical Wing Chun training simultaneously with Jeet Kune Do would be confusing since it's so similar. And like, because we tend to treat Wing Chun as a supplemental.
Was he Bailey's?
I'm not sure. And he was taking karate.
So we got these photos. Hold on.
Three martial arts simultaneously. That's kind of insane.
Check the weather, bud.
This guy. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't remember his
It's
name.
from Minnesota.
Yeah.
My brother is right now for a job.
The photos we've got online.
But yeah, he couldn't, when it was my first black sash test, he was a white sash.
Oh, yeah. And he travels all
Yeah,
over.
he didn't last long here, and you know, it's understandable. You gotta pick something and go with it.
So he's hoping to go back to California sometime. Weather-wise.
We all look really young in these photos.
He said he's probably not
Y'all
gonna
were.
get a job in that the first year.
Even you.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna be cold.
He has jet black hair.
Well, not bad. I've never had jet lag.
What's that?
The weather stinks up there.
Yeah.
Back in the day when there was literally nothing on the walls. They should have
I thought Tabitha Pike was gonna come back. Kyle's go back.
been. Okay.
Kyle.
Go to
Go go.
Yeah, you're looking at this, where there's literally nothing on the walls.
Oh, we just moved
We
in.
just moved in, yeah.
forever ago.
And that was the entire school.
Yeah, we just moved in.
That was right, the era of me and Trey being the only ones showing up was just concluding. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, Kyle Goto, I remember that guy. He worked for T-Mobile. I think. T-Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody laughs. It's T-Mobile.
Nope.
Well, because there was 5 or 6 people that came through here working for T-Mobile.
What the heck?
Joint Derby works, or has a T-Mobile next door. Every few months, we see the new manager come in. talk to
Right.
us.
Right.
So, what interesting things, what's your philosophies for ready positions if you're holding a stick? Different lengths of stick.
You're not ready. Got beat down from behind.
Well, again, neutral position is the best way to start.
Right, it's like this, I would say, is like if you didn't want to give away that you're gonna fight somebody, this is a pretty good way to start because you can just pull out with that hit right there. But then I meant like when the fight is now on,
It's
like how it-
I do not trust you standing here like this.
Oh, that looks like a really defensive.
well, you know, but anybody's gonna look defensive if there's a confrontation going on. So this isn't a clue that I'm about to whack you
That
in the
looks
head.
pretty clue.
It's like-
I would see that as a clue.
Yes, but the average angry person
You
is.
know, I would, if you're trying to hide something, take your hand off the top of it.
Gotta get your lean on
Yeah.
a little bit, Mike.
Because you can flip that hand back up there real fast.
I'm just saying, most people, even if they are untrained, if somebody's being aggressive towards them, they're gonna look a little bit defensive. So it's not in itself a warning as just yet. But yeah, but yeah, even with this, you can come up and hit like that, come across that way. But then I was being like you recommend like
Once you're engaged.
yeah.
But if you've already hit them 2 or 3 times, you know, unless you've got multiple attempts.
I was saying it's like for a short stick, like this position would not be as advantageous because it tends to point you one direction pretty solidly, whereas this lets you be more in the middle, stuff like that. Like,
Situational probably.
it's like do you favor this grip?
Frankly, I've never fought anybody with weapons. It's always been hand to hand.
Yeah.
You know, anything that I've got with weapons are just, it's mental masturbation to me. I've never actually used them in a fight.
Right.
I've never felt the need.
Used to fight with sticks when I was a kid.
Lightsabers for us. Yeah.
My brothers had BB guns and I made a bow and arrow. We're just shooting at each other. I still got BBs in my back.
I used to got homemade bow and arrows too, that's fun.
Yeah.
On my
And
way
we'd take pop caps and bend them over the end of the arrows, just so that we can make sure that it's stuck.
Ooh.
But arrowheads on the back and things. Now, these weren't proper bows and arrows. No, it was a flexible limb that I stuck
You did not.
baling twine to it, you know.
You were using not a recurve version.
No, it
Yeah.
was-
Compound.
As I said, these are stuff, it's a bow that I made,
Right.
you know.
Is bend the stick backwards.
Right.
You were the very first bow. That's what you were using.
And after a while, it would lose its shape.
Yep. Which is why they eventually said, hey, let's figure something else out. I've always said that every good invention that sticks with people is something that is an improvement of something else that already
The
exists.
Mongolians came up with the recurve.
Yeah.
And using
Then that
buffalo horns.
everybody up.
They didn't even use wood, they used buffalo horn.
Well, yeah, to get the same results, that you'd have to have those giant longbows, and so now they can get that with something that's this long, and then you can use it on a horse.
Yep.
So that's what made it scary. Cavalry that can shoot, that's bad.
Genghis Khan, very smart dude.
Conquered most of Asia. They say if you
And he's right. There's people with his DNA still
Talk about
walking
it.
around
They
today.
said it's like 1/3 of
Yeah.
the population of Asia and can trace themselves back to him.
He is a fucking
It's sort of
crazy
the same thing. Like they said, if a European can trace themselves back to a certain period, it's because they're related to Charlemagne. Yeah. So it's like because before that it disappears. So it's like if your lineage just stops, then you're not related to somebody famous. But if you can get right back to Charlemagne's era, it's because you were related to him. Yeah.
He fucked a lot of Americans.
Well, no, it's just he was famous, his kids were famous, kids were famous. Yeah, just
Used to call him Charles back in
back whenever we were learning about it.
He was a religious leader. I can't remember.
who?
Charlemagne. He was a religious leader also.
Well, wasn't he the one who saw the cross on? He put the cross on the shield. And everything.
Don't drop your stick.
I didn't mean to drop it. See, so
Of course you did. You don't mean to do that.
it slipped out of my hand.
All bears could find was ones that would stick to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man gloves.
Oh. They were in that weightlifting section, so they were all about,
That makes sense, yeah.
yeah. There are other ones out there.
I just want to talk to my hands up.
Yeah, just some work gloves also. If you got finger gloves,
I can bring some gloves and rain crackers.
just don't get caught stealing. Don't want anybody to get fired.
I gotta be ready. Monday's my interview for QA, so.
All right.
What shift you on?
I actually don't know what shift they're interviewing me for, so. They just called me on Friday, he's like, hey,
That's a good job.
yeah. He's like, hey, can you come Monday before you come to work? Because that's on my second shift. He's like, it's coming around 45 minutes before you come to work or something.
So yeah, I've got the polypropylene ones. They're should get them today, but obviously not for this place. It's got 4 of them. And next month I'll order 4 more.
Are they all like same height?
All you guys are, Andrew's ahead above everybody else. All you guys are about the same height, roughly.
Bring them down.
Bring them down, chop them down for me. So to use any weapon, particularly a stick type of weapon, a swinging weapon, you just got to keep it simple.
Yep.
Simple. Don't try to get overcomplicated. The most complicated move that I make is when I go like this. That's the most complicated move that I make. When I drop my stick in my other hand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm hitting with the damn thing. That's my point.
The people that spin it behind
It's
it,
dumb as hell in my opinion.
Poke 'em in
They're
the
not
head.
gonna do that in a fight. If they do, they deserve to get hit. You know, spinning techniques are fun to do. And it gives you an idea of control over your weapon.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. There are reasons for it, but you're not gonna do it in a fight.
I guess like you see all those tennis guys who do like they spin the racket and do stuff like that, and or like golf guys. It's
Right.
like they juggle the
Double
ball.
ball.
Yeah, and
It's just to get you more control.
right,
over-
and
over
so it's
your
like the
implements.
difference is it's like yeah you can do that, but are you gonna use that in a tournament? No. Are you gonna start your drive by going tap 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 and hit it off in the air? Yeah, no, that's not gonna be accurate at all. So it's like just because you have that kind of
Yeah, but
control
that's
doesn't mean that you use it in
For
that.
that one little stupid example, that's club head control.
I know.
Right.
Same
I'm
as swinging like this.
saying
you
it's
can
a
do it
good
like this.
exercise.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's a good exercise, but it'd be a bad idea to use it when it really
but
counts.
totally translate, it's still using it, you're just, instead of this.
I know. I'm talking.
use it This way.
I'm just talking about to actually.
It's just against the rules,
To
otherwise they can do
actually
it.
juggle it and then toss it.
It's only the rules stopping them.
But you would hit a better.
Bob
you'd
Hope
hit a better
used to
shot
get down
on
and shoot
something
it like
that
a
is-
pool cue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bob Hope used to get down on the ground and shoot it like a pool ball.
that's also
Yeah.
against the rules. Yeah, that's
It's a good
right.
one, it's a good one though.
In soccer, do you do this in the game?
Yeah, you juggle.
That's my point too, soccer's totally useful, you can juggle.
Yeah.
I did all the time.
Yeah, but like all of those things are based on like the idea of achieving something, like doing I can't remember the name of it, like like doing a rainbow.
Yep.
That's intended to confuse somebody and get it over the top of them. So, but yeah, it's like if like basically all the twirly things. It's like yeah, you get good weapon control, but it's nothing more than large baton twirling, right? And then when the actual fight comes, you might use that increased weapon control to your advantage, but it's not going to, you're not going to be doing it purpose.
You know, step spins are fun to do and they're great to watch, but they're not applicable in a fight.
Well, yeah, imagine if you got interrupted by, if you actually hit somebody
Right.
while,
In the middle of a spin.
well, like what if I were to hit somebody like this, donk. Yeah, it's like, it's gonna stop it and throw it off.
Right.
So yeah, it's,
You're lightly holding the stick,
right.
the boat staff, in the first place.
It's really no different than if you were to grab it like this and then just start spinning it over your head.
Right.
It's like, okay, like if you hit somebody then cool, but I mean, it's so huge, doesn't serve a good purpose.
You know, the Cane Masters guys have come up with some pretty good stuff, but they're all dojuro based, very straight chopping moves. They don't have a whole lot of flair to them.
Right.
That,
Which is good.
you know. But they're also limiting themselves and just these simple hits and stuff like what I do, it's not what they do.
Right.
You know,
Right. We need it.
I say I keep it simple.
Yeah. Like you, all weird trapping stuff.
It's fun to play around with.
Pull it off.
Right.
It's just gonna be a mess. It's sort of a thing like, it'd be interesting to do an analysis of it. It's like how many variables have to be correct in order for a technique to work. It's like, does the arm have to be in this position? Does their arm have to be in this position? And so it's like you could actually measure the scientificness of a technique based on how many things have to be correct in order for it to work.
And that's why it's important to concentrate on the little things, on the simplest stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just a pop, you know, just a swing to the leg.
Yeah. And that's why that's a clearing technique rather than,
That's a big warning.
yeah,
That's a big warning.
it's go away.
Well, that could be all you need.
Right. Well, yeah, it's telling
We're
them,
good enough for taking, might back some people off.
it's also telling them I don't need the cane to stand up. I can be perfectly fine without it.
Yeah.
And so this is a
If you're ever in
weapon,
an encounter and doing that, don't smile at it.
because that makes it
He's
fun.
standing there going,
Well, you could,
They might not think you're serious.
maybe a particular kind of smile might be.
What if
okay.
you did the evil vampire smile?
I don't know if I could keep a straight face while doing this.
A sinister smile would be okay.
Sinister smile.
If it's 4 people who want to stab you, then I don't think you'd be smiling.
Oh, you might.
Maybe on the map.
We saw a guy when we were in Seattle, one of the Cane Masters guys, said that he did that figure 8 as a warning to 5 or 6 people.
Yeah, they backed off.
And he said, yeah, they walked around and left.
Yeah, he said he did the whole holstering thing.
Right.
He's like this, like that, and then like it's clear that. he-
Underneath, just like a pair of chucks.
Yeah.
Wham!
Yeah, don't stab yourself.
Hmm.
You gotta let it slap though. Okay.
We want to hear the slap. All right,
That.
a little louder.
The,
Alright, sing against your.
and then you've also just got your punch sitting right there if you want.
And that's about the only thing you can pull up from that position.
Right. Unless you
The-
just go
The
for a right
holstering
shot.
position is a dumb thing.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just difficult and not too hard.
With a pair of chucks, you can, they're short enough, you can pop them straight out.
Yeah. But if people think, it's like, well, he's holstering it, that means it's gonna fly out there somewhere. It's psychological. Yeah.
That's a bear, I suppose. Cut it.
But it's under your armpit. Yes.
Yeah,
You can bring it back to beer,
Yeah.
but it's not that fast.
No.
bring it under.
Under would probably be the fastest.
No power in that.
Yeah, very little power, because you're just relying on the swinging weapon. I don't think holstering a weapon such as that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's the interesting little idea is always stand like this with your cane, like sideways, so that way they can't nail you in the dick. Just like he tried to do
Now we'll hit you in the head.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be the other thing is that you could aim at, if they are trying to hit you with something, you could aim at destroying whatever it is if you think that yours is stronger. So if you see that to actually swing at it to try to break it. It's like I'm
But
right
again, if you're gonna use, Wing Chun techniques or JKD techniques,
here, bam.
that tonsal is going to make it slide around.
Well, I'm saying
It is
if he did a giant swing, like then that would have to be stopped like this. Yeah. Yeah, if he was thrusting forward or a vertical swing, then that's pretty easy.
Again, that's why I go for the hand, not the weapon.
Right. Yeah, just the downward swing, man. Yeah. That's the other thing is that the cane won't hold on. Plus, I whack your finger.
What if I do a triple switch? Boom.
Forgot you had feet? Kick him in the shins.
I'm just gonna let him play.
Probably hit your fingers 3 times.
That's like the fight in Men in Tights with him and Little John, where their sticks keep breaking in half. You don't remember that?
I've seen the movie one time. I thought it was dumb.
Well, when he fights Little John on the stream, as the story goes, but their sticks keep breaking in half and getting smaller and smaller until all they have is these little things. So they just keep whacking each other on the hand with this.
They do that in Ren Fair all the time.
Yeah.
What's going on today, isn't it?
Well, the one local here is.
Yeah.
That's where
Cedric kind of work.
Adam and Shields are.
Oh, really?
I don't know what Shields is, but that's where Adam is.
Adam's the one short guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Asian fellow.
It's pretty energetic.
Well, his mom's Korean.
Well, they're both,
His father is related to the composer Dvorak.
Really?
That's his last name.
That's his last name.
That's cool. His New World Symphony is one of my
Antonin Dvorak.
really good.
yeah, they both seem like good guys.
Yeah.
And they're easy to teach.
Gotta get them relaxed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Worse than Stewart about having that stick up there.
Stewart never got it out of him. I think it's because he was a drum player.
Yeah, you always have to sit with no back support.
It's called good posture. Maybe, but just relax. If y'all saw me on an old video dragging my friend down with a hook of that, just grab him by the ankle, that's 4 or 5 times. This is not really good.
Well, yeah, because it was during a demo and
But again, it wasn't a real fight, you know, it was a fun time.
Whippy stick.
Whippy stick. Everybody's picking on that ball court. There's another ball.
Because he's out in the open, he's challenging us.
yeah, this one I would be tempted to hold it back here a bit more rather than being up in the middle.
Yeah.
Just because you get access to more of the width out here and
And it's weighted
yeah.
on me, so I mean, a lot of the weight's in the
Right, but yeah, if I'm gonna use this, it's gonna be to keep the fight out here. I don't want to invite him to come in by doing stuff like this. This would be pretty hard for somebody to deal with.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
The longer the stick, the easier it is to defeat.
Why don't you get inside of it for sure?
You just got, you might have to take one, but move on inside as soon as you do.
That's what I was thinking, just take one for the team and have all the
Wrap it up and go with it. Don't be fighting to take the stick away from it. You're not gonna do it.
Something as light as that will be a little concussive, but.
It's gonna label all the time.
Yeah. It'd have to be like an inch or more girth.
There's some techniques that you just gotta take. The guy's too fast, he's too mobile or whatever, and you just gotta get in there and take one and to deliver one. Sometimes it happens. You can minimize your pain by controlling it. Nobody ever gets out of a fight totally unscathed. There is scathing that happens.
Yeah.
See how that wouldn't work?
Be the body massage.
The cane is my favorite legal weapon because you can't carry a stick around with you all the time. You know, I couldn't carry that on an airplane.
Not on an airplane. Just about everywhere else you could.
Well, I just got my passport.
Passport was $270.
Yeah.
Never had one, so. Never been out there.
I learned something interesting at
Plenty,
the.
plenty of stuff here.
Well, you don't like to fly anyway.
The last time I've flown, the last time I flew, it was fun.
It was okay. All right. I just remember you mentioned that you don't.
I hadn't flown since '76, well, '77.
Aircraft have changed a lot.
Things have changed.
Not a hell of a lot.
Security did.
Security's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Airplanes are still like this.
Stewardesses aren't as fun.
No, that's
Some of stewardesses.
I'd like to
Some of
fly
them
my
are trans.
Dreamliner.
Yeah, some of them are men.
I was only in the 30,
Stewards.
737.
A couple of ladies I saw last weekend
isn't it 787 Dreamliner? Is that what it is? Yeah.
It's got like 6 rows of seats in it.
Well, they're so popular now because they're like the perfect like mid-sized plane, but they can go like transatlantic,
Right.
so they're super popular.
David's been on a couple of the Airbuses, the larger Airbuses,
The multi-floor ones.
and he really likes those.
I'm probably gonna be flying over those when I go to Vietnam.
How long of a flight is that?
It's like 18 hours to Japan, and then you go like another 5 hours.
That sounds terrible.
That's a long place.
You have to fly to Japan and then go to Vietnam?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Or
that's,
South
that's the
Korea.
first place you stop.
Yeah.
That's the first place that you can touch.
It should be even shorter than going the other way.
Okay.
Vietnam's
That
a
is South
pretty poor
Korea.
country. They don't have a whole lot of airports.
It's like if you, the only other way would be if you somehow connected at Hawaii, but that's going way south.
Yeah, that's the way
Yeah,
I
that'd
would
take you out of your way.
connecting flight like that would cost more too.
Mhm.
I was looking at tickets and ticket prices.
Probably leave out of Dallas all the way to Japan.
Atlanta.
I don't know. I think you can go Wichita to Chicago or LAX, one of the
Yeah.
two. And then you go on the big plane because we
Dumbest flight.
support the big planes here at our airport.
Dumbest flight I've ever been on was it's flight pattern anyway. Wichita, Atlanta, Hawaii. It's like flying the wrong direction for 3 hours, and then now we fly back across the entire country and then just keep going.
I was betting that it was going to bounce over you, but it kind of just stuck.
Can't be as wasteful as private jets.
I didn't think it was wasteful. I thought it was fresh.
Well, you're going to have to take a puddle jumper from Japan to Vietnam, aren't you? Because
No,
I doubt it.
Vietnam's not that
Ho
poor.
Chi Minh City has a big ass airport.
Ho Chi Minh City is very rich, and they got a lot of money,
Huh?
so they got a big airport. But I won't be staying. in-
Saigon's bigger than, well, Ho Chi Minh City's bigger than Hanoi anyway. Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Saigon is Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah.
But they call it Saigon still. They don't call it Ho Chi Minh.
Some people.
The Vietnamese don't like calling it Ho Chi Minh.
Well,
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not going to the north. I'm going to the south. South side is where.
Stay away from the communists.
Yeah.
they're all coming.
I know. Well, not
We lost the war.
not anymore. I don't think.
They're all coming. Yeah, they are. They're just open to money now.
Yeah.
Well, that's not communist.
But
Is
it is a
like
communist.
Yeah, still
I
is.
forgot what kind of.
It's not
communist they are.
socialist.
I don't know what their standing is right now, but I mean, they're
Politically,
friendly.
they're communists.
Yeah, but they're friendly at least, so that's what matters.
You can go to, you know.
And they hate China. They don't like China.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they hate China.
I've heard
I
that.
talked
Them at
to,
all.
was talking to a Vietnamese guy whenever I was working at Spirit. And, he was, he couldn't hardly speak English. He still had a real hard accent. And I said, you know who Bruce Lee is? I was telling him about Jeet Kune Do and stuff, and he goes, "Fuck China!" Wow, where'd that come from?
Japan don't like them either.
No, Japan's not fond of anybody, really. But they're Japanese.
You see,
They like us.
Japan's really old there.
Whoop their ass, that's what.
They're actually increasing in
It's North Korea.
memoriam to Shinzo Abe. One of his biggest goals was to double the defense budget from 1% to GDP to 2%, and they're actually doing that now. And they'll have like the third world's largest army or whatever because of that. So
Japan?
yeah,
Wow.
now they will. Yeah,
90% of the population.
they're not gonna be they're not gonna be pacifists anymore. So
Except they still can't leave.
Everybody's in now.
no,
Might not have the greatest army.
They can't leave the homeland. They can't go anywhere with their defense force.
the thing they're changing
Oh, I
that now.
That'd have to be a constitutional amendment.
So that's their defense force is for them to defend themselves.
Right, but I'm saying like they can't go invade anybody.
That would be an invasion force then.
Right.
Not a
But like
defense
I'm just saying like our military is capable of invading.
Because we
things.
have an invasion
Right,
force.
Right, but it's like, but yeah, at one time
Where's the
ISIS killed
defense?
some Japanese guys and Japan's defense force asked permission to go and get them and they were told no. It's like, Nah, it's not even been 100 years yet. You still are in timeout. So that's basically the answer was.
And the Hirohito family is, they have been in power for.
Yeah, but it's like
generations.
still, that was not a good thing that you did, and yeah, it's like.
We didn't put those impositions on Germany.
Yeah, we did. They don't have an army.
They got a big army. Yeah, Germany, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're actually building their military up too. They're having a lot of problems with oil and energy.
I think
right now,
maybe the
though.
reason we didn't put as much impositions on them is because the impositions we put on them for World War I caused the whole thing. So yeah, they were like, don't do anything, just be done.
They put a lot of self discipline on themselves.
Yeah.
Nazis are completely illegal there. Nazism.
Yep, they made.
You can't fly the flag, wear the patch, or do the salute.
They took freedom of speech away.
Well, on that one, they sure did.
Yeah.
And they ought to.
That was a little trouble.
Caused a bit of trouble. One crazy maniac. Bunch of crazy maniacs following you.
I'm reading a book right now that's called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. It's good. I think that's how you say his last name. It's Frank with an L at the end. Is that how you say it? But it's really good. First half is like his kind of account of his time in the camps, but he shows like the social, like the what's going on in the head when you're going through it.
I was in one of those concentration camps.
He was in Auschwitz, and then he went to Danube, I think is what it was called or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty rough. But he actually talks about like a lot of positives in the camps too. Like he's not just like listing off a lot of negative things, but they're not necessarily positive things. But to them, it was positive, and they're a little hell with them. So.
Yeah. I remember reading it was a series of TikTok videos. He said, "What's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?" And it was with an American, and he said, "Yeah, I was sitting down in my college class, and this girl sat next to me. She asked me where I was from, and I said I was from Germany, and then she said." And then she said, "Well, okay." So she said, "Oh, I was in Germany last summer. It was so nice of a vacation. All the history." And he said, "What history?" Because she didn't look like she knew what she was talking about. And she said, "Well, no, yeah, just all the stuff with the concentration camps and stuff." And he said, "Those are in Poland." And he said, "Well, yeah, I went to. I know they're in Poland, but I went to like where Hitler grew up." It's like that was Austria. And she's like, "Shut up."
You weren't German.
Nope. Clean it up and bury people. You guys were sitting right here watching it the whole time. And you didn't pretend you didn't know about this. Mr. Farmer plowing your field right next to the thing.
Sure. Turn the heater off if you want.
Oh, yeah, because I expect it to be cool.
You can turn the heater off if you want.
I'm going.
So that's it. You can use your trick. Sword on this. Let's go. This could be embarrassing.
Okay.
Oh, there.
New ceiling.
You see
A long time ago, I found a notepad at my grade 8, and it had a picture in there about World War II and D-Day and all that. I was like, this is really cool.
Well, Ben fought in World War II. He was stationed in France.
She was keeping track of World War II and all that stuff. I was like, this is history. I'm keeping this.
I have my grandpa's little pocket dictionary for Japanese that he got. Cool.
Yeah, my brother, a communist,
And
little
it
red, wasn't a communist man, just.
The red book.
What do you think of that experience?
Huh?
What do you think of that experience?
He still has some nightmares of it. And he wasn't in the infantry, he was in the Navy, and he was a rescuer.
Oh, okay.
He'd go up the rivers and pull people off the shore and stuff, sometimes half a person,
Right.
you know, stuff like that. That's what he has nightmares about is those dead people.
I just watched Full Metal Jacket recently. Not as good as I remembered it.
It's pretty bloody, but yeah.
Yeah, it is.
My favorite part of that whole damn thing was still in boot camp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
That
everybody
was
talks
the
about.
funnier part, the little more entertaining.
And then the prostitute going, I miss on.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Wait a minute, I think I know that.
I saw her before.
The,
It was Miso.
yeah, it's like, I seem to remember the story behind that guy is they couldn't really find somebody who they thought was a good fit, and so I think wasn't he an actual military guy? The drill sergeant in
Oh,
He was, yeah.
Gunny, yeah.
yeah,
he was a-
yeah, and so he was the stand-in, but then he was just doing such a good job that they said, yeah, you just do it.
Yeah.
That's all like 101 sergeant
Yeah.
in the book lines.
He was actually meant to be technical advisor.
Right.
They decided,
Just-
you're gonna be the guy.
Just do it. Yeah, just do it. We don't need to hire somebody to.
He
It's
was
like,
from-
well, yeah, why hire
What
somebody?
is your major malfunction?
Yeah,
Pile.
he was from Kansas too.
What's your major malfunction?
Yeah. Poury eyes.
He died just a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, back in 2018.
Yeah.
He died in that movie, that's what happened. He got
Yeah.
shot
Well, it right
by
there.
Kyle.
He insisted it be real.
Yeah.
He got shot in the chest.
Yeah.
Now, Bill had read him in a couple of the,
Yeah.
I saw the picture they posted.
Vince Vaughn of all people played the drill sergeant in that Hacksaw Ridge. Had similar kinds of stuff, but I don't know how good of a portrayal his was.
He seems like kind of like a gentle guy, like too gentle to do a role like that.
Yeah, he just was more snarky. Like he was like just to break people down. He's insisting that one guy's Native American, and he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm Polish." Like, shut up! You're Native American in my belly. So it's like I will call you chief to show you my deep respect for your people.
You going to the open house today, Stephen?
for what?
His house is open.
You're gonna open house your beer, serving beer?
I wish.
What open house are you talking about?
Oh, my work's open.
Oh, okay. I was like, we have to
No,
specify.
I'm not looking to rejoin the workforce at all, in any way, shape, or form.
Somebody would probably recognize you.
Probably. I work both at both those places.
On people juggle around between the two all the time.
And that's just dumb. You can't work on Beechcraft and then be expected to be able to work on assessment or a citation. They don't translate.
Even just riveting.
A rivet's a rivet, that's true, you know. But at Spirit, the rivets are that fucking big, you know.
You're working
And-
on different sides of plane.
And at, you know, at Cessna and Beechcraft, you know, tiny little things.
Yeah.
You know?
Like the
Got
GF
long
ribbons.
Yeah.
I use Hilux that are like that long in one part.
Yeah. Going into a frame, you would.
Yeah. Oh, that's because my part's structural.
It's, you know, whenever I first got hired on at Spirit, you know, I was used to going, you know, what you do at Beechcraft. And there you go. There's a whole lot more to get those damn things in there.
That's why those people ruin their arms and their wrists. I don't buck anything though. I just it's
Hey!
just cool testing.
He was just asking about you.
I was worried about you.
He was worried about you.
I'm fine.
You get punched in the nose?
No, it's just cold.
The train might have hit you on accident.
Walked up, came, flew out.
I really looked at that.
No? Oh, or do you have sinuses right now?
I have sinuses all the time.
Everybody has sinuses.
Last Wednesday,
Sinus
Thursday.
issues.
Last Wednesday, Thursday, like my eyes were watering all day and my head was inflamed.
Oh, yeah,
and it was
I was
bad.
in here sniffling all last Thursday night.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's that terrible time where it's like you have to do this whole diagnosis to figure out if it's allergies or sick. Like, you have to figure out, like, am I contagious or is this just pollen? Or
I know my nose.
or dust,
It's not pollen this time of year.
leaf dust.
Yeah.
And drought dust. We haven't had any frickin' rain in what, 2 months?
Well, any considerable amount.
Right. We had that one squall about a month
Yeah.
ago.
Well, it's
Showed me I had a leak in my roof.
It's been longer than that. I mean, it's been a long time since it's rained heavily.
I remember springtime, it was raining like 3 weeks straight.
Oh, yeah, it rained a lot.
Nonstop.
It did, and then it stopped.
Right up. So we're talking about another camp out in late April. Or early April. Was that late April or early April? What did we decide on?
27.
25th? I don't know, something. 15?
Somewhere outside of Easter.
After Easter.
After Easter. I got March here. You said March was your, when's March? What's in March?
10 to 17 week.
And that's in March.
Yep, in the middle of March. That's
So we were talking about possibly 25th of March. That's what it was, because my calendar's still on March.
Okay, we're talking about March, okay.
So another camp out somewhere else. He said they've got some land. It's got
Yeah.
woods and a pond and chiggers and poison ivy and all
right
that good
about-
stuff.
Anywhere between 5 to 10 acres that we could run around on. With a pond, if it's not dry.
Is there at least a border of some kind so we know when we're going to run on?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys go more than an acre or two, you're going too damn far.
so I mean,
A
the
field.
whole, so the back acreage, so, I have family to my north and south that own acreage, so it's all kind of connected. So the back area, I mean,
Mhm.
there's really no division. There used to be barbed wire fences, but those have mostly been taken down, so.
Okay.
And if there is barbed wire there, there's usually also a hedgerow, so it's not easy to get through anyway.
Right.
No, that wouldn't be so.
But, I mean, you know, as long as you stay away from people's houses, it should be easy to do. You could run back and forth to the area, it'd be fine. So,
Mhm.
and hopefully if we do it early enough, there wouldn't be any ticks.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all want to pick 17 damn ticks off me
That last
next week.
Yeah, that was a tick city.
Oh my God, terrible.
Yeah, we need to do more bug spray, more.
Those little seed ticks too, tiny little things that you had to pick off with the tweezers.
Yeah.
More sunscreen too. That was bad.
Well, hopefully if we do it early enough too, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Or as much of a problem, but.
You gotta get more tan.
No.
I mean, this is a tan.
That's like he's like, I just got too hungover last time. Well, you need to drink more.
His father's a Hallman, his mother's a McDonald. You can't get any whiter than those people.
You gotta drink more, brother. It helps with the hangover.
Yeah. Well, get drunk more often, then it won't bother you as much.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like
turn into an alcoholic.
Yeah, because you poison yourself, so it's like it burns more skin cancer.
So yeah, I'd like for all you seniors to join this camp out. Anybody else that would like to come.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we first started trying to plan it long ago, BC. It was only gonna be seniors,
Oh, you weren't done with the week game?
but yeah, I'm glad that now it's
Anybody who wants to play.
anybody. Yeah. It's just we're going to be going over advanced stuff, so trying to keep up. Yeah. Well, trying to kill each other in the woods is pretty advanced.
There's a lot of fun.
So when you played ninja games, was that back in the day? Was that how it worked? Was just you only get one chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, depends. Depends on how mad Sandy got at me mostly.
Oh, so he would not let you have one?
Oh, it wasn't that he let me or didn't let me. I always won.
No, I mean like
He
you.
was just
I'm
lousy.
saying that once you
And I
killed
did.
him, he wouldn't die.
On, there were 2 occasions I actually knocked him out because he got mad at me. But on other occasions, I knew he had a glass stomach, so he was getting very aggressive towards me. I'd kick him in the belly.
Yeah.
Shut him down pretty quick.
Yeah. I just meant like, like, was he just not playing by the rules, where it's like you killed him fair and square, but he would still be
The
mad?
rules were pretty loose.
Oh. It's more like, so then it's more beating each other up in the woods rather than.
More me beating him up in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, rather
That's why he was
than,
mad at me all the time.
than clear assassination.
He blames me for his crippleness.
Could be right.
You hit me in the head too many times. So, don't give me such a good target right now. Shit.
Yeah, and you put that on Facebook.
But,
We're sure on it.
Working mandatory.
Oh, yeah, they are working a lot of overtime.
Because of you, Cohen.
Yep.
You're bringing the family by, so he has to work.
They work in 2 different places.
Yeah, I don't work at Saturday. That's a big old spirit. Yeah, they said we're gonna be slowing down a lot.
Did you tell me you met Juan Yahya over there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I worked with him for a year.
he's pretty cool, dude. Talks a lot.
He does, constantly.
Well, like if you engage, like ask
got a
one,
real nasally voice.
if you
From out.
Oh my God.
if you ask him one question, he'll go on for 45
Yep.
minutes
Yeah.
off that one question.
His family used to own Fat Freddy's Pizza.
I don't know that one.
Well, it's been closed down for a while now.
West
Fat
side,
Freddy's. South side.
south side.
South side.
You don't get down to the south side.
47th and Broadway area. The kid back in the 70s that shot his teacher and principal in Goddard. I can't think of the guy's first name, but his last name was Kurt. Anyway, he was prosecuted as a minor, so he got out of juvie at 21 years old, right?
Oh, man.
And he worked for Fat Freddy's, and that's where Juan met him.
Really?
Yeah.
What, the
You know,
shooter?
he's flipping.
Yeah, he said he was just kind of a quiet guy. So, yeah, I asked him about that to see him again. And his they're Armenian, they're Middle Eastern, no, not Armenian, Jordanian. Anyway, his name is Juan, and I kept telling him he must have been named after his father. He's my father's best friend. Yeah,
Can you do it?
yeah, I mean, better than
I
I
can
can.
almost.
Oh, never tried knives before.
Well, go to the Renaissance Fair this weekend, and somebody will teach you.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to the shows downtown where it's the people that have like the weapons of fire? And
Oh, yeah, the fire spinners.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them. I haven't seen them for a while though.
Yeah, COVID happened.
No, they've been doing it since COVID.
Should have been out in COVID.
They usually do it on like the last Friday or Saturday of the month.
Still doing it up by the Warren?
Yeah, right in Old Town there. Yeah.
The fire spinners?
Yeah,
Follow on Instagram.
they're cool.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, that's really cool. I'm gonna go watch sometime.
You should.
I saw it down in Texas.
Knives out. You're out?
Last
Yeah.
year.
Really?
Yeah, Foster.
Kid game 11, but anyway, missed that one.
You gonna miss the kid game?
I'm gonna take a lot of practice to get that right.
Oh.
So since COVID
It's
is
always more.
pretty much a non-thing anymore, are we interested in doing any seminars? Seminars.
Yeah, I mean, I really building it.
As long as we don't put in too much investment this time.
As long as it's not on Mother's Day.
Well, Well, and there are things that are coming up to where we could, Big Boys Toy Show comes up in the spring.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we could get in with something like that, that would be
The
interesting.
Comic-Con that happens downtown.
Yeah, if we could get in there, that'd be good
Yeah,
too.
there's
What about the ICT Comic-Con in November?
November 4th. Yeah, it's a little late for us to get into. Need to do the one in spring. Then the steampunk thing that happens, I think, in spring or summer. Yeah.
You said steampunk? What's that?
Steampunk.
For a second, I thought you said stain pong.
Steampunk. Cosplay. If the future, if electricity basically wasn't in our future, everything was run using steam.
To go with Spider-Man Noir.
Pardon?
Spider-Man Noir. Like a steampunk.
Like Spider-Man?
Well, he's in black and white, but like it's just a future without electricity. Spider-Man Noir.
Something like that. Yeah.
So yeah.
A lot of gears and things like that as part of your costume.
When I think steampunk, I think of goth people.
Kind of. There's a lot of goth people involved in that. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's like
Culture.
it's like all the same technology, but with Victorian era.
Yeah, more or less.
It's like it's Victorian person. Like you see those illustrations when they ask people at the time, "What will the future look like?"
Like the combustible engine was never invented. It was a steam engine.
Right, so they just kept doing
one
the
time.
steam engine. So it's like, what would a steam-powered jetpack look like?
Right.
And stuff like that. So all those, the copper pipes and gears and stuff like that.
Things like that. So yeah, there's a
Dirigibles.
steampunk show. It's either in the spring or the summer. So they won't let us perform in the Asian festival
Yeah, well,
Really?
we're not Asian.
Why?
because I'm not Asian.
That's racist.
We can put Adam as the front man.
Yeah.
Have him sign up for everything?
Yeah.
Adam Dvorak. Yeah, you're Asian.
You can't do something because of the color of your skin.
I know. They would, whenever I had my store, and that was, 15 years ago, they wouldn't allow me to set up a booth at it. Because we weren't Asian.
Well, Asians have been and will always probably be racist. There's a lot of Asians.
And I'm not saying that I condone it, but I do understand.
Right. I mean, they got a long
They got a
history,
history.
culture and stuff like that.
Their festival.
It's their festival, right?
They can exclude anybody they want.
Yeah. So it's too late for the spring Renaissance Fair or the fall Renaissance Fair, but we might be able to do the spring Renaissance Fair. We could do, some weapons.
I doubt any Americans would exclude any people of different nationalities in an American festival.
We have an American festival.
The 4th of July.
We could walk in a parade, but that's not fun. I've walked in parades.
Yeah, and I know we tried River
They're no
Festival
fun at all.
We thought about River Festival.
We've thought about it, but I haven't actually signed up for anything. So that's in May. Actually, it's in 2 different times.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what branch of the military it is that sets up a booth and you smack each other. We try and smack one of the service members off.
With the giant Q-tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pugil War.
There's somebody when they have a service member up there.
Marines.
I don't know if it's Marines. I think it might be
Army's the only one that does it that I know of.
And I thought they had kind of like that might be a for show thing. I don't know if they still work with those. Right?
But, if we want to do something like that, that's fine. I'm not looking really to gain a whole bunch of students from it, but, we might get a couple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Steve Bailey wants to do some kind of co-do something.
Yeah.
He's got he's got a big place.
Is he the?
He's a wing chun instructor.
I tried to
Which
make
would mean that
contact.
we wouldn't
with,
have to pay a fee.
I tried to make contact with the boxing gym down the way. They never.
Hernandez?
It's been some time. Yeah, I tried to contact with them, connect with them. It's been a couple years now, I think, but I could try that again. See what they say.
Boxing gym, which one?
That's Nico Hernandez.
I'm trying to think about the name of the. It's also Hernandez. It's his father's
Yeah.
place. Yeah. So,
19th, 18th,
yeah, it's not, it's just up the way,
18th and
up the
Market.
street a little ways, not too far.
18th and Market.
Mhm.
It was an old station, fire station.
Oh, okay.
And
That's cool. So it's
they seem like they have a
multi-level.
pretty decent group of people too, whenever I go by and they are having class. So,
What if you made this building multi-level?
What are you gonna do up there?
Gonna have to start cutting some trees down.
It'd be like a tree
18th
house.
to Market, I know where the old fire station is.
Yeah, that's Hernandez Boxing
My
Gym.
mom used to live down the street from there. Yeah. Mom used to live on there.
so, but yeah, I might reach out to them again, see what they say.
So if we wanna start doing some other stuff, just need to, we got things, there's a lot of stuff happens in Wichita in the spring. Don't really wanna do an outside show in the winter, it's too fucking cold.
No one will be.
I'm not real fond of walking parades, so I don't really wanna do that either.
Well, yeah, just walking in a parade don't do much.
Everybody in their uniform going, yeah. Put you back in your red tops,
I was like doing my theater class at a parade and just holding signs, smiling.
Why don't we do like a marching band with our class?
Marching band.
K-U-N-E-D-O,
Yeah.
down.
That's not a marching band, that's a cheerleading group.
Well, that's one of the stretches that you guys kind
If
of
we take if we take the
We
war
could,
swords, we could be color guard.
I don't know that we would be, accepted at any Cinco de Mayo celebration, but I don't know
No.
that we'd be turned away either,
Well, you
You
know,
just have
Hey,
to-
I've got a Mexican guy.
But Cohen is the front man for that one.
Yeah.
Totally tell out for it.
Just gotta know how to do, you can do to the Mexican polka stuff,
I'm trying to get another Mexican in here, to diversify this place.
Thought we already did that with, we got Sherrod, and Nico, and Tyra,
Yeah.
No more Mexican diversity.
More Mexicans.
We need more,
or brown people.
more.
Yeah, I agree.
Got Adam,
Adam's like bronze.
different color brown.
Brown adjacent, yeah.
Brown adjacent.
Well, it's so funny, it's like, it's weird how it's like, okay, black's not a slur, brown's not a slur, but yellow is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like, you call you certain kinds of colors, but not that one.
Yeah, I think that,
Not yellow or red, can't use those two
No,
colors,
because
but
I
you
think-
can use other kinds of colors, just not, just.
Well, they're pretty derogatory.
well, and I don't think that those cultures have reappropriated that language either. So they don't call themselves red men or yellow men as opposed to,
Well,
individuals that are of African descent,
What was that fellow that was in
call
here?
themselves black.
He was
So-
always late, and he always claimed to be running
brown time, that's Steven Ramirez.
That was-
You guys
So,
ever seen that
you know.
movie, Big Stand?
What?
You ever seen that Robin Schneider movie, Big Stand?
Big Stan?
Yeah, Big Stand.
No?
Well, Rob Schneider plays this like a little guy who learns kung fu so he can.
Oh, is that the guy that went to prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I've
there's,
seen the fight scenes, and I've seen the movie one time. He got a really ugly tattoo on his asshole.
Oh, gosh.
yeah, other way, like,
Myself a little bit.
yeah,
He
he
was
gets that.
at the doctor's, and they went, "Who?" Okay.
Whenever like he beat up like one sexual predator who happened to be a black guy, and then this other black gang
Right.
ganged up on him, he's like, "Oh come on, don't tell me you're gonna stick up for that fat son of a bitch. Haven't you ever seen that fat son of a bitch's skin? Oh come on, aren't we past that? Haven't you guys ever seen that Nova episode?
Right.
They did the DNA test. We
We're
all come from Africa.
Then they get killed in that.
Oh, dang.
Underneath my skin, he's like, underneath my skin, I'm just as black as you.
Right. It's a dumb movie, but it had its moments. Actually, it didn't look too bad. The choreography wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe that little fucker could do that, but the choreography looked pretty good. Rob Snyder's like 5'3", he's a tiny guy.
Making weird faces as he was using the weapons.
Okay, now ones were smaller.
That's true, that's why they taught us wrong.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee didn't care about any of that shit, he taught us that.
And he was what, 5'8"?
5'7".
Oh.
And as heavy as 150 pounds, and as heaviest.
He never got as big as me.
That's true.
Yeah.
He was 300 pounds, you know,
I've actually
could-
been
he could-
225
Benching
pounds.
280.
benching two,
I can bench 280 actually.
that was 480.
480. Yeah.
Benching
No, you
480.
weighed 280 and we're benching 480. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you were saying you weighed more than him.
According
Yeah.
to what it's Cullen was saying.
At some point, I probably weighed more than Seafood, yeah.
Well, right now, when I was 160 pounds maybe. Right
That
now,
was
right now I'm
245.
248, so I'm coming down.
Okay. You're making progress.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Bread out of your life again.
I've been drinking a gallon of water a day. And I'm not, simply not
I've been
hungry.
drinking.
Just left it. And
Just simply not
That
hungry.
helps a lot.
Yeah.
Just drink
that
water.
loses weight, you got the program.
Water.
You let the boss done, I've been drinking
Water.
That's like what
We
the
can
gal
sell
said,
that.
devil wears Prada. She's like, it's like my weight loss trick. Well, let's see, I don't eat, and every time I feel like I'm gonna pass out, I eat a cube of cheese. It's like it's like you're just one stomach flew away from your goal weight.
Don't need it, just drink wine.
Yeah.
Everything's in there that I need.
Well, that's been one positive with my dad and his cancer. Losing weight.
Losing weight? Yeah.
So he was on metformin. He doesn't have to take his metformin anymore.
Good.
So
That's
yeah.
good.
How much has he lost? I mean, he wasn't a little guy.
No, he I think he weighed like 280. He was getting close to 300. I think now it's like I think 240.
Nice.
Yeah. He's lost some weight.
Well, about, I don't know, a year ago or so, they said I was pre-diabetic. Kind of like that.
Well, because like the metformin that's
It's a diabetes drug.
yeah, but it like makes it so that it absorbs into your, like the insulin absorbs better. Is that basically what it's doing?
So it's yeah, because it's an oral medication. It's
But you have to exercise in order to get it going.
Have I heard anything about Shailene?
It's
But I thought like in general, like you have to
Yeah.
exercise in order to increase insulin absorption.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It does help. 'Cause it was given him because he was considered pre-diabetic, so it was a first line
Yeah,
drug of
that's
choice.
usually what they do. Yeah.
The problem with those kind of drugs is they take over what your body's supposed to be doing. And that part of your body that's supposed to be doing those things forgets how to do it. Or they just kind of shrink
Well,
away.
why should it?
It doesn't
You
get
know, if
any,
something else is
it's not
doing it
getting
for
any
you.
use.
That's why your balls shrink when you're on steroids.
My balls don't shrink.
When you're not on steroids.
Work much either, but you know, they don't shrink.
You're not on anabolic steroids.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
It's true, they do shrink when you're on that stuff.
Because it's replacing your.
No, I'm asking how you
Your
know.
testosterone.
Because
Well, that's you guys.
if he was on anabolic steroids, we'd notice.
You know,
That'd be super bad.
No, you'd be taking it because you're trying to get jacked.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm jacked enough. I'm jacked up enough.
like you ever seen those guys who that like they're injecting things straight into their biceps? It's like
No, actually, I'm allergic to steroids, to tell you the truth.
anything that ends in zone.
Prednisone's, there's one that starts with an S.
AutoZone, cortisone.
Cortisone, terribly allergic to cortisone. I start getting a rash at my ankles and it works its way up my legs. I'm
And
like,
you don't want it to
nope,
go any further. Yeah.
I don't want that. So yeah, I'm allergic to steroids. That's usually what they give you when you're allergic to things, steroids.
It's supposed to help.
Now I'm allergic to steroids.
Yeah.
They shot my shoulder up too many times before I had it replaced.
The
Cortisone.
last time I was on a steroid, it just made me feel really weird. It's like my body could just feel something was wrong. And you know, it was just kind of a thing. It was like antibiotic and a steroid to help me get over something. But Yeah, but my mom told me is that if it's making you feel bad, don't take it. It's like this, because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's like, because
Depends on
steroids are
what's wrong.
supposed to make your cells feel good to help you recover faster, but if you're just sitting there feeling crazy, then it's like, that's not what it's supposed to be doing. It's not supposed to be making you feel like something's wrong.
I don't know.
All
I, mean,
right.
I think it's a common side effect, like depression, for example, is a common side effect of
Yeah.
steroid.
It's sort of like, to me, it was similar to when I was on opioids after my arm was broken. Because it's like, for that one, it's the feeling, it's like your body knows it should be in pain, but you're not. And so your body's just kind of confused. Yeah.
Like, I can see why that stuff is addictive. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You do get to feeling better and
Yeah.
feel like you could do stuff. And then you leaving
Yeah.
already?
Yeah.
What the hell?
My wife has asked that I have a date with her since I haven't had a date with her.
Well, so tell her to quit dancing so damn much.
But I mean,
She can
yeah.
wear the costume, but she doesn't have to go to work.
But yeah, I'm just busy. And she's been busy, so
All right. See you next week.
yes, I should be. There's no reason why I shouldn't be here next week, right? What's next week? What's next week?
We don't have a reason.
You don't have a reason? We don't have a reason?
No, I don't have a reason not to be here. There's something going on the thing.
I'll start researching some shows that are coming to town and
Okay.
see if we can get into a couple of them.
Yeah.
Just to get out and do something different.
True.
But it would be performance-based?
Yeah, I should be
Just
here.
demonstration based.
I should be here on the 15th. Next week.
If we want to do a seminar, we're gonna, I don't want to lose money, of course.
Like we
Well,
did
if
the
you just
last time.
partner up with Wing Chun guy and then you use his space for free.
That's a possibility.
You just split the money.
Oh, you're talking about
Bailey.
Bailey? He's all the way out in Andover, though. I don't know if people would come out there.
Yeah, Andover people.
All you need is
He's right down
10.
the street from me.
All you need is
Really?
12
Really?
people to come out. There you go.
Hey, so you work in Maze?
Right by his place daily,
You work in Maze at
No.
the joint?
96 Greenwich and Derby.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I might take you up on that, what you was telling me. That's a good price.
What? Crack?
The
We can set up a table here.
$70 for,
It's a little bit easier to do, but we can try for here.
say what?
We can just try to do it right here for free.
Well, I don't mind paying for my.
You're not helping me. I don't get that money. So,
But yeah, what'd you say, $70 for
4 adjustments a month.
4 adjustments a month? That is pretty fucking cheap.
It is.
That's $20 an adjustment.
Less.
Yeah, just some-
Oh, well, 19 and a quarter. Amazing that for you. Do you guys do, the physical therapy and all that stuff?
Nothing.
Just a cracker?
That's it.
All right. Get to work, you slackers.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's roll. I was saying,
Yeah.
See
All right, go ahead, get about in and let's get y'all doing stuff.
I'm gonna head up to see him. Gonna go back.
You too, you've only been here like 20 minutes.
I told you, I gotta go to my open dining house.
almost noon. Got drink beer with his brothers. Past noon, he's late.
All right, well, see you next week.
Saturday, yeah. My gosh, my schedule's.
Good luck on your interview.
Thank you. Yeah, it'd be cool if I got like first shift or 7th shift, then I could come more often, so. I'll have to ask what the schedule will be like. Yep.
We're ready.
Yeah. Wait for Andrew to get dressed.
Okay.
All right, ready? Yep. Let me shut this off.
Shut it off and then restart it. Yeah. That's the secret stuff. That's